Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town Grand Station, where we have some good news, some bad news, and some good news again. The good news, the first one, is that there has been an update, and the update fixes many things, changes a few ways of things work and how they go, but it fixes a big bug that I've had for a while, which is when you delete a locomotive, you don't get the resources back for the boxcars behind, or the minecarts, or whatever's behind the train. Now you do. No, you do. When you delete a locomotive, if I did that, press delete, I'd get all the resources back for these boxcars, so that would work. The other good news as well is that the boxcars have been upgraded to have 50 inventory, which is awesome. But that leads me on to the bad news, where boxcars that are currently in the game are stuck on 40. So I'll have to go around and delete and replace every single boxcar. Ugh. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll get round to it eventually. I'll see if I can capture some trains as they come down when they're empty, and we'll figure it out then. But I'm not going to go round and do it right now. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So, the other good news is that I've been having a bug for a while where my locomotives ignore their filters. So this is set to coal, and first train is set to coal here, and the second boxcar is set to coal, but somehow has reinforced planks in it. And it's been annoying me because every time I reload the game, it seems to do the same thing. It seems to go back and just have problems, and I don't know why. But I think, touch wood, that I fixed it. And it's not the locomotives; it was the stations. The actual terms. I was mucking about trying different things here, there, and everywhere, trying to figure out what it was. And I thought, I'm going to put down a brand new station. I'm going to build a brand new locomotive, and I'm going to use one of my current locomotives just to test both of them. And the brand new locomotive on the old station still did the same thing. It picked up, like the first boxcar would pick up cotton, and the second one would pick up planks or something. It would be weird. It would just pick up whatever. I was using the iron train, so I don't know if I've got one here. But anyway, the first one would pick up the iron plates, and then the second boxcar would be full of packed wood or planks or something. It wouldn't be full of the item I want, even with a brand new locomotive with brand new filters on it. And I couldn't. If I change the filters on the train, it seems to work for this session, and then when I reload the game, it stops working again. But I've actually deleted all the train stops. All the train stops along. I deleted every last one of them, all the way up, all the way down again, and replaced them all with just new ones. And it seems to work. And I've saved and reloaded, and it just seems to work now. The wood train is getting wood and wood, rather than wooden planks, which is what it was getting before. And even if there isn't an item, they pick up enough to fill up one car, and they don't have enough for the next one, they now drive off with an empty cart. They don't fill up with something weird. So yeah. So hopefully that's what will happen here. If I delete these and delete these, and then say, hey, you go, off you go, and we'll follow this train here, and I'll show you what I mean. So this cart had wood in the back of it, so what it should do again is should pick up one lot of iron ore and one lot of wood, but it won't this time. It will now go pick up iron ore in the first one and then pick up iron ore in the second one, and it works. So maybe the bug was with the train stations all along, I don't know, and I just need to delete and replace them. We have had lots of filter upgrades. These train stops, I should say, were here before you could multiple filter stuff, so I wonder whether there was something wrong with that. I don't know, but I've figured it now, and touch wood, hopefully that'll work for the rest of this game, because I haven't shown it on camera, but pretty much every episode when I start, I go over every single train on this central line and either redo its filters, or I'll leave the game running for a few minutes before I start recording, and this will be full of trains. And I'll filter them and send them all off their way again. And it's something I haven't been showing because I've been trying to figure this bug out. I don't know. It's weird. No one else is having this bug, so it must be this save that's doing it. So I'm yeah, just confused by it. But hopefully we're okay now. There's going to be some trains along here with wrong stuff in them. I reckon. I can't find any right now, but I reckon it's good. Yeah, like here we go. You are an iron plate train. You have that train there, that's iron plates. It has iron plates in that one, and it has wood in the next one. But it's only got 26 wood. Go figure. I don't know why I'm truck on my shoulders, you can't see me. But anyway, there you go, that one's got cotton in it. So if I delete the cotton, here we go. So Okie dokie. So last episode I was looking at maybe as trains go further along they get more and more carts on them, which would be very difficult to do things for here. Things are upgraded to 50, that's a little bit better. I don't know if that's going to be enough to do whatever we want to do. But by any definition, that means that we can only put 4 carts on a train, because that's 200. And we only are storing 200 down in the stations down there. So we can only ever put 4 carts onto a train. So I'm thinking that instead of doing what I was doing, you know, every so often we just upgrade the carts and go. And as has been pointed out in the comments, thank you very much for comments on that, is that some places just require more than others. Coal, for instance, is just quite low. It's not required. I could really have one train, one coal thing going around with coal. That would work. So, yeah. I mean, the other thing that I was kind of tempted with, although I don't think I'm going to do it, I was tempted to have a system where I don't filter the coal ones, and I just have a coal train drive around. And instead we read what's inside here, and if it's under a certain amount, then we turn the thing on saying, hey, I need coal. And then the coal trains just drive around in circles and do things. But I think I'll leave it as it is, because this works, and we'll leave two on there. It's only because coal, it's not been able to find a single lump of coal there. Yeah, coal is worth 4. So, like here for instance, it requires 1 flour, 1 potato and 1 fuel. So this should be even here, and the reason that the one's suffering for flour is because we don't have the flour. But that's yeah. So that's because that's even. Then there should be even amounts of trains here. But the coal one is 4 times as much because you get 4 fuel from 1 coal. So realistically, for every I have 1 coal for every 4 flour and potatoes here. And because you can store 20 in a box, that means that 1 box of coal goes so much longer than 1 box of potatoes, or 1 box of flour. But if I just leave it even, that's fine. We'll just ignore the fact there. We'll just assume that we're dealing with fertilizer or something, and that's fine. Here, for instance, I need to look at this one here. This one requires 4 fruit, so that means we need more fruit coming up here than we do anything else. So this one I should change. I should adjust this one to actually be higher up. I don't know whether I started in the right place or not, or nah, we're starting here. What we're doing now. So I need to change this train station to be kind of like the ones down here, where it's a loop around. So I don't need those anymore. I don't even know why I've got them anymore. They're not required. But let's change this up slightly, shall we? So let's put the station there. In fact, we can put the station. No, put the station there. That'd be fine. Okay. And we'll move that to there, and then we'll move those. What we do is we go up. We go round, come down again, and we join there. Okay, so get rid of that, and we want the stop to on that side. So it'll be down those two boxes fuller. So we've got a locomotive there and there. There will be 1 cart, there will be another cart, there could be another cart, there could be another cart. Because potentially we need 4 times the amount compared to what we were doing before. So I go 1, 2 is the locomotive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could put a 5 cart on there, which is the maximum we can do, 200. So that would work. That would work. I just need a way to get the stuff out. I might just do it above, because that would make more sense in my head. I think doing it above rather than bringing the train up and down and over. I kind of like the train going up and over though. I like this idea here, although I did have 1 going up and over anyway, so I think we'll go up and over and leave the train on the ground. That makes sense. Bring back that, thank you. Boom. Boom. Like that. Okay. and that will work, and the train will come up here. So now I need to find the pair train. Your iron ore. I'm just being a bit paranoid going over stuff. Ah, see, there we go. This works now. Iron plates? Nothing. That means there wasn't enough iron plates for you to pick up, but you didn't pick up anything random. That's good. Grain. Might put another cart on there. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. See, if they were that, so 4 carts is the maximum we can go, sorry, because they're 550 now. Okay. Your grain. And what I could do as well is, because it's exactly the same cost, I could actually get these carts on the way back and do that. Particularly this grain one. I think I want to do that. Now this will be an interesting test as well. I need to keep an eye on that train there because I've added these carts now after I've done the train filter, and that doesn't work. Normally, if you do the train filter then add carts, the carts just don't take the filter. But that could be because the stations were broken. I don't know. Look here, your wood and wood. Oh, you've got planks in the back of you for some bizarre reason. So we can delete that, and that will clear that one out there, and that will stop you going down here. That's fine. Animal feed, you're empty. Sugar, you're empty. There's the pair train. Awesome. Go on, pair train. Oh. So we're going to delete your boxcars, I'm afraid, and then I'll use the button down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I will have to keep an eye on stuff up here as well, because now I'm using longer trains. I'm a little concerned it's going to start blocking the gangway up, but it should be okay because they come on this side and they return that way, so we shouldn't have that issue unless this one blocks up this one. I don't know, but then they can always escape. I'm not sure. Okay, so there we go. So now we can pick up 200 pairs, which, oh, okay, it picked up cotton. Okay, it picked up cotton. So that means that my suspicion is correct. If you add carts, you need to reset the filter. Filter must be done after the carts. So we picked up 200 cotton, and that was because cotton was the first one in the list, because that basically means that none of these are filtered. It ignores the actual locomotive filter. Okay, so I somehow need to turn this around and get this to drop off its goods back into there. And I can do that by just pushing that button there. Oh, it's not going to do it because no, it's confused. I need to turn this train around. Stop. Stop. And go. No, not. Why is it? Why does it do that? Damn you! Okay. So does the next train work? Your flour. There's no flour in there. Oh, there is. There's 60 flour in there. Hang on. Off. On. There's 60 flour in there. Why did you not pick up 60 flour? That's bizarre. Okay, so you should drop off at least some cotton now. I don't know how much you'll be able to drop off before. You move forward. So then we'll delete the rest of this cotton here, because obviously this is now full. Back to 200 again. And then you should hopefully... Oh, no, you... What? What? What in the what now? Why don't you pick up anything? That's weird. Wonder if having two stations too close together, two stops too close together does weird things. Don't know. Okay, pairs, 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 pairs. Okie dokie. So if I add carts to a train, I have to reapply the filter for the train. That's fine. I can live with that. That's fine. Okay, there we go. You picked up 200 pairs. We now have no pairs left in the system. But that's fine. That does mean I'm going to still have some trains come down here. That's why I've kind of got this filter thing here. So if something does go wrong, it'll just capture the train like this one here. Go, boom, delete you. Right, delete both the carts on the back of you. Copy. 1, 2. Yeah, even using this button down here didn't apply the filters to the train. So yeah, just turn the filter off, turn the filter back on. The other way around it, which is something I had thought about doing, is filtering the actual carts themselves as well. If I do get any more issues with this going on, like if I save and reload next time and I have more issues with it, I will do that. I will just filter every last one of the carts, and then we're guaranteed to get the correct things in the correct places. Because, as I said, I don't think it is a game bug. It's not something that anyone else has reported, or not something that anyone's done, but I think it's just this save. I think because of the age of this save and how things have changed over time, it's just doing weird things. I've just got to babysit it for a little while. But anyway, that's not why we're here. Not why we're here. What's this one doing now? What's wrong with you? You've somehow got that in you. Okay, that makes sense. I think a lot of the coal ones, because they don't come down more often, will be the ones that are captured. Let me just watch this, make sure it works. What did you get in you? Well, nothing, because there is no jam. Interesting. Why is there no jam? Coal, you didn't pick up anything because there is no coal. Oh dear. No coal. Where's the coal train? Where's the coal train? What? Why has the coal and the shirt train ended up here and is now stuck? I don't know. Right, I can fix this anyway because I'm going to buy these two anyhow because we need more things. And I'm going to delete that round there, and we're going to flatten the ground down. Whoop. Flatten the ground down, not destroy the ground. And then we're going to run up there, back and along. And we're going to do that. That's already got a loop on it. This one couldn't have a loop because of the leveling as well. Level this down here. Move the trees. Like that. Lucky this one hasn't had anything get stuck. So we're okay. There we go. Now the trains can turn around. They couldn't turn around there because they get stuck there. That's a bit weird. I don't know why the coal train and the shirt train... Oh, the shirt train was actually coming up here. So the coal train's blocked off stuff for a long time. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, so the coal train's going to start going again. That might help with things. Righty dokie. So I think we are good to go now. Everything is doing its job and everything is working. Yada yada yada. Okay, we're making purple coins. Have the butter there. This isn't getting any cake because this isn't getting any flour, and it isn't getting any flour because basically we don't have the grain throughput that I would like. It's got 200 grain on it. Okay, hold on. Right, I'm going to redo this one here. So delete, 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 delete. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 200, and then reapply the filter because you know we need that. Go. You should pick up 200 grain. And things should be awesome. Now, I would like to get metal conveyor belts coming. You go straight past because there's no coal in there. That's because then metal conveyor belts would definitely speed up this process, which is what I want to do. I want to speed up into here. Grain is one of the ones that I think I might actually upgrade this barn all the way and then have, you know, this just filters into this barn and it just gives us more of everything essentially. You're a grain train up there. Okay, so you're the pear train. That's fine. Where's the other grain train for this one? So he must have come recently because there was grain on here. So he's on his way back. Where are you? Animal feed. Coal. Planks with a bit of wooden. Delete. Iron plates with a bit of wooden. Delete. Pear. Or berries with a bit of grain in. This is the other thing. It's nice at least when they can no longer drop off any goods that the station wants. They just drive off even if they've got things in them. It doesn't hold them until they're 100% empty. That would be nasty. Right, what are you? You're the flower one. Oh, I saw something wrong then. Did I see something wrong then? Did I? Okay, you're the flower one. You only picked up 38. Ah, because there's a 51 there too. Okay, you're the animal feed one. Right, so yeah, I think the problem is that we're just not getting the grain transferred into here quick enough. I think I might do away with this centre one here. And we'll look at getting iron conveyor belts and do that. Right, so we should have the big grain train should be on its way down. There it is. That's got 4 carts. That's got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. We can shrink that down to 4 carts. I really feel as if the way Eric, the developer of this game, is looking at trains, it's not what I'm doing here. It's mass transport of goods over long distances. So instead of me just doing, I mean, this is a fairly long distance, but instead of me just doing this, it would be like this train station would be a grain train station. That's the idea of it. So, yeah. Okay, let's delete all those. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's do the filters. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Okay, so that's got 200 grain. I'm just going to upgrade this barn all the way. Let's do that. So it's got even more to store, so we can store 1,000 boxes of grain there, and then they'll go into there. But we do need metal conveyor belts for that, because I think the issue is that it's just not transferring fast enough. And metal conveyor belts is all set up and sorted here, and it's all jazz and going. I need to kind of redo this a little bit because it's a bit wonky at the moment. But more importantly, I've just noticed that this has nails in it, which is not what we want. But interestingly, it has nails in it, but it's not moving. Surely it should have gone back to the system. Well, it should have gone, hey, I have, there we go. Other carts have done that. Other ones have done that, that one didn't. That's weird. And I changed up these a bit. So we've got, essentially, this is going to be our cloth stop. This is our iron stop, and then that is our other stop, and they all go into like the centerpiece there. But I need to rebuild this in a much better way. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to get some gears going, because that's what we need. We need gears. And I was putting it off for a long time because I was like, hey, gears take ages to get, you know, they're miles away. I need to buy more things and do more things. And then there's this here, which is a gear stop, which we've already built and we don't have any trains for. Correct. Okay, so you're going to put down stuff there. No, we must have trains for this, because this is all empty and you must have been running for longer than that. But good news, you're going to get an upgrade straight away. Congratulations. You're going to get You're going to get 4 box carts. Go on. And we refilter you to be iron. Then we need to extend this train track out here. So we got locomotive 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. There we go. Okay, and then that will go down to here to these ones here, and then that will package off to where it needs to go to, and it'd be awesome. This looks really bizarre. Out here I could probably run the belts in a lot closer so they don't have to go as far, because the shorter distance they travel the better. But that's fine. It's fine. It does mean that this one probably gets more... No, it should be even actually. It should be even across the board. I know we're not making enough iron plates for that. But we'll see. And this is something else I wanted to change up as well. We have 3 trains of animal feed. We really need 1. Just 1 mega one, I suppose. You could filter them down. If you have smaller trains, then I suppose you can filter them down and say, hey, we're getting a small amount more often. But I want to do it in one big go. So let's find out. A boxcar, what does a boxcar cost? A boxcar costs 10 reinforced planks. We have 1,000. It also costs 8 wheels. We have 662. So if I delete this, our wheels should go up by more than 20, because a locomotive is 10. So it should go up to 72 and then even further. So yay, it worked. Awesome. Awesome. Now I can't unfortunately do this because I've just realised that you've got some boxcars on there that aren't the way to go. Can we change this knob to unload? Awesome. Delete, delete. E. There we go. Right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then change the filter again because I'm a bit paranoid. There we go. Okay. So now you can pick up 200 in one go. And I don't need a rail anywhere near as long as that. And you didn't, because of course you wouldn't. Because I didn't change that. Oh well, you can go off and come back again. That's fine. It does not matter. There we go. Okay, and then by the time we come back, there'll be 200 here, hopefully, for you. Because these will actually be going. Hopefully. We'll see. Okay. So I also need to grab the flour train, but then there's not much flour in the system. Is there? We have no iron. That makes sense because I bet we don't have any iron. Oh, we've got some iron plates coming. That's good. For nails? Is that what you want? No, your axe is. Nail 1. Iron plates, I feel, are going to become a bit of a problem because I'm demanding way more. It's not that I'm demanding more than we're producing. It's that I'm demanding more than the stations can have. Okay, so here's the thing. Is this going to work? With the demand we have, with the trains coming in and going out and doing their thing, is this actually going to work? Because I'm thinking. Let me for the last bit of this episode, let me just throw an idea out there and see what you think of it. We currently have this here, which is lovely and symmetrical and looks beautiful, and I love it. It's fantastic. But it doesn't store enough. We can only store 200 in here in one go. So if the grain train comes down, for instance, to here and picks up 200 grain, and then the next grain comes down behind it, it can't pick up any. So we need to be storing more grain ready to pick up. So I'm thinking of doing a strange thing here. What if we had the rail come along, go up like this, up to say here or whatever, and then just double back on itself and come back down, and then rejoin the track and go that way. Okay. And then we put down train stations on this track. We went like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 I could fit in because of that one. 8. There we go. So we've got 8 tracks. 8 stations. You'll probably see where I'm going with this. And we filter each one of these stations to one of these things. So it's still the 8 goods on there. And then we simply have a track from here come along and come down. Goes through all of these stations, turns around, comes all the way back up again, and rejoins from there. Rejoins the track like that. I'd probably have that come along the outside so it doesn't overlap itself. So instead we'd have it come from the top rail down on the outside line, and then so the trains go all the way down the outside, turn around, come back again, and then they'll stop at their respective stops to pick up whatever they need to pick up. And then the same will happen here. The trains, and we'll just build the same filters. We'll copy these filters, and I'll put one here, and then the train goes, hey, I've got coal. So I will come up here, I will go all the way up, I will come all the way down, I will find the station that wants coal, and I will stop, and I will drop off all the coal into this station. And then when the train wants coal, it comes all the way down here, and it goes, hey, this station has coal, pick that up, carry on. It does mean we're going to have trains waiting in line, but we've got trains waiting in line here anyway. And that will allow us to store 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18,800 of each goods. What do you think of that? What do you think? Let me know whether that, because I think that will work better. I mean, I could have the trains come up and I could do them in a big long line and we just have a complete thin line of stations. But I kind of like doing it that way because we have enough space in between to do it. And it's not planned, it's just something that kind of worked. I would move them all up by 1, so there's 2 on this side and 2 on that side. So, what do you think of that? Let me know, and we might change that if that's what people like. I'll stop all the trains, we'll let the goods fly out, do whatever they're doing, going wherever they're going, and then we'll do that and we'll transfer stuff around. I might use the whole I can move these whilst they're full option, which I've turned off right now, but I could turn that back on again. And speaking of that as well, we'll end the episode on the rules here, and we want to restrict that and I'll turn it off. Essentially we want to hit that and click. We want to editor, edit rules, right click, reset. All our rules are default now, so even minecarts can't do weird things. But yeah, but let me know what you think of that. Whether that's something. It doesn't look as pleasing as that, but it would work so much better. Especially now we got these box carts, and that means I could add 5 box carts to each place, and it would just work so much better. And we can redesign things here, and we'll go through a bit of redesigning. But yeah, but we should now be getting gears in, which means if I was to upgrade this barn, because that barn had wheels in it, we're getting metal conveyor belts, which is awesome. So yeah, awesome, finally. So okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hope to see you again next time, and until then, as always, have fun.